and welcome back to my channel. If you enjoy these videos, please do not forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment down below what your favorite hobby is. Also, if you would like a shout out, please do not forget to subscribe and comment down below camo, and I will be sure to shout you out. Anyways, if I am all over the place, I am truly sorry, but I cannot remember what story I was also gonna say. But anyways, so we've recently gotten us another vehicle. To be honest, our other one was just too small for us. So we finally managed to actually get us another vehicle in hopes that everything goes well there. A lot of people kind of warned us about this place, and even I've said be careful, but my husband kind of just went for it and just straight in for it. And yes, I do support him, but I kind of just wish he kind of took some step backs and looked first before just straight up running into one. But other than that, I mean, so far everything is going good. And yes, I do have a pretty bad attitude, so I will, if somebody's trying to, I don't know, like pretty much play with me, then I will give straight up attitude and give you a pretty bad day. But I try not to use it if at all possible. Actually, I really try my best to be really nice and polite. But when you cross that line, you cross that line. And I will completely flip the switch. But yeah, anyways. There's that, and also our cat that we have had for like a month now. So at first he was doing pretty good. He was super quiet and knew where to go and stuff like that. But we've pretty much had to revert to training him now because I don't know what's going on with him, but he likes to tease the dogs, especially one of them, because one of our dogs actually care about him and like to chase him, while the other one really don't care. He sees him, he'll sniff him, then he runs off and goes to play. That's how he is. But we've had a few incidents with him, in between him using the bathroom on our furniture. Thankfully, I've just recently bought a furniture cleaner thingy, vacuum thingy, whatever it is. I don't know its name, but I bought one of those. That thing comes in so much handy because I have managed to keep all this cat stuff out of my house. Other than that, I mean, he's almost destroyed our PC before, but thankfully he had only broke the HDMI cord and not the actual PC itself. So it was it was still an expensive fix, but it was cheaper than if it was something else to be broken. But I mean, I think honestly the cheapest thing that could be broken would be the mouse. But that was not the case. But other than that, of course, I already talked about my husband switching jobs over. Yeah. Another thing is my doctor has decided to put me on some new medicine. I'm not fond of it because it's pretty much like an EpiPen, but it's not an EpiPen. But it still involves a needle, and I'm not very fond of needles. Another thing is since my husband has started a new job, which is where he's more independent on himself and being able to pretty much work for himself, he pretty much drives around. He's pretty much like a delivery driver. That's what you can call him. Anyways, one day I actually went with him, and we done this one long delivery. By the way, for this job, the tips, ooh, you got some barely any good runs and a lot of bad runs. But in the end, it does help out with money when needed. But it definitely keeps you out all day. But we got to this one house, and you can tell they clearly had money. I mean, they had like a too big of a house for me to ever want, and then a big yard, which is something that I would prefer to have, is small house, big yard type of deal. But that's what they had, is a big house, big yard, and they had a few dogs, and my husband was trying to deliver their one package, and by the way, no description whatsoever. So he went to go put the package down and do what he needed to do so we could get on with the next delivery. Well, they was not nice enough to put their dogs, at least the ones that they know will bite, to be put up. So my husband was actually getting bitten by dogs, even some blood drew. And he jumped into the truck. I mean, he jumped so fast, I really thought something else was going on. And I was like, what's going on? Like, let's get out of here if it's that unsafe. Come to find out, it was a dog biting him. And so this woman finally comes around the corner of her house. I was like, hey, look, there she is. Just let her come over here to the vehicle, hand it to her, and we will get on. Like, simple as that. Well, he ended up telling her that one of her dogs bit him. And she goes, oh, okay. What? Like, that's my reaction, is what? But, he said it again, and she goes, which dog? And then he let her know which dog it was. And then eventually she's like it was just the most unconcerned. Like, she wasn't actually asking to be like, you sure? But she asked him if he was okay, and it was just the most I don't care way ever. Which, of course, comes with a lot of people. Not everybody, but a lot of people that have money, that's where that comes from. But, in the end, she didn't even have the looks of, I'm concerned about having to be putting my dog down or having to get sued or anything. Nope, none of that was a concern, which of course I won't go and do that. I mean, it's not the pet's fault that it's that way, it's the owner's fault. Let's just be real. But, yeah, so that happened, and then finally we went on up the road. Of course, there was other houses with other dogs, but most people with dogs actually have friendly dogs for the most part, unless dogs, of course, have a sense on if you're good or bad. That one, I just think, was being mistreated compared to the rest, in which case that is some cases in some areas, but not everywhere. But these other dogs, like, you could tell they was friendly, but they was a little bit defensive. So when he showed that he wasn't there to hurt them, they actually calmed down. They sniffed him. They asked him for a little bit of lovins, and then after that, they went back to where they was. They let him do his job, and then next thing you know, we was on the road. But yeah, I mean, pretty much nothing against the animals, because animals they're not just born angry like that. It's how they're raised, how they're treated, things like that, which is why our dogs, I mean, granted, I don't know what they would do if an actual attack was to happen. Knowing our dogs, they would actually be in defense mode, but our dogs, they've got a pretty happy life, so they're usually pretty happy. They just look scary, but in the end, I mean, I have seen at least one of them go in defense mode, and they definitely, yeah, they're pretty good when they're in defense mode. But other than that, I mean, they know, they understand. They understand the assignment. But, like, for instance, if you go to, like, my parents' house, like, whenever I go to my parents' house, their dogs, they know who's family and they know who's not family. So if you're not family, they're defensive, which is like my dogs. If you're not family, they'll get defensive. But if you're family, they won't be so defensive. But and they're not like straight out just bite right on impact. I mean, they're the kinds that they're gonna sense it. Like if they can sense that, they gonna protect. But if they don't sense it, they're still gonna protect. But you won't have a chance on getting bitten unless they're gonna sense something else. But in reality, that's any dog. As long as you train them right, raise them right, teach them right, you can make a pretty good dog. But you definitely have to put in the love, time, and effort into really any animal, especially when it comes to dogs. But some people do it with cats. I've seen birds. I've seen all types of animals. In reality, some may or may not take longer than others. It just depends on really how much time, effort, and love you're willing to give an animal. But yeah, in some cases maybe a little bit different, but I don't know. I've never really seen it any other different, to be honest. But other than that, I've been trying to get some more videos out. I do have some that I still need to edit, of course, and then get those up for posting. But some of them are actually different this time. You'll see what I mean by different. If you have subbed and if you do watch my videos and listen to them and all, you will see that these next videos after this one will be a bit different than what I normally do. But if you do want to see different types of content, please let me know because I'm willing to do cleaning motivational videos. I'm willing to do mukbangs because I know some people have eating disorders. I have a weird one that nobody's ever heard of, but it is a thing. Actually, I think only one other person I've ever heard of actually has it, so it's kind of a uncommon kind. And then ASMR for the tingles and stuff. Yeah, I am, and also vlogs, but this is pretty much like a art type of deal slash vlog thing. But I mean, I can make other types of vlogs. But yeah. In the future, I do plan on making like a garden. We're planning on getting chickens and stuff like that, but eventually, it's still all waiting progress. But, anyways, I hope you all really did enjoy my videos slash video. If you did, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment down below. Also, if you would like a shout out, please don't forget to subscribe, comment camo, and I will be more than happy to give you a shout out. Like I said, any amount of love and support is appreciated by any means. One like, one share, one comment, one sub. I appreciate each and every little bitty thing, even the watch time. But yeah, I hope everyone is having a wonderful week, and I will see you all into the next video. Bye!